Killie boss Bobby Williamson fields the same lineup for the third successive match after taking 4 points out of the last 2 games. That means Jim Laughlin, who was substituted last week, returns to the heart of the defence beside Frederick Dundee, while Christophe Cocard and Samasi Abu continue their partnership up front. It's Gordon Marshall's first appearance on home soil after his 7-month injury layoff. Since his comeback, he's played 2 games and kept 2 clean sheets. But there's not been such good fortune for his opposite number, Robert Douglas. In addition to losing 13 goals in his last 2 matches to the Old Firm, he's also required 10 stitches and a head wound. Dundee manager Jockey Scott's made 3 changes following the midweek defeat at Celtic. Barry Smith, Willie Faulkner and Graham Bain come in. Robbie Rayside, Frank Van Eyck and Eddie Annan drop to the bench. Smith takes over in the right of a back 4, and in a positive 4-3-3 formation, Bain and Faulkner join James Grady in attack. The referee is Willie Young. Dundee get this game underway, the 3rd encounter between these sides this season, and in their last visit to Rugby Park, they won by 2-0. The other game up at Dens Park, a goalless draw. There's Gary Hope winning the aerial challenge, only finding Stephen Tweeds. Josh McKinley knocking it in towards Samasi Abu, and now Riley looking for Cocard, but Sharp is there to play it all the way back to Robert Douglas. The header forwards. Now the Dundee rearguard have to sort things out just for a second or two there. Robert Douglas worried about which one of his 2 defenders was going to usher that ball back to him. Wilkie. McPherson finds Holtz. McPherson continues his run. Holtz swings it in. It looks to come off the arm there of Barry Smith, but referee Willie Young, in close attendance, said no, as Kilmarnock appealed for handball there, and the penalty not given. Here's Holt. He has Durant ahead of him. The chance for Ian Durant to pull the trigger, and he does! Ian Durant celebrates his first goal of the season. It comes after 10.5 minutes. The ball played through to him by Gary Holt, opened it up for Ian Durant. He'd only one thought in his mind, and he delivered the goods. Fine finishing from Ian Durant, and Robert Douglas concedes another goal. Opened up for Cocard, and towards Abu, looks for the 1-2, works it well with Holtz, continues his run. Still Christophe Cocard, now teeing up for Ian Durant. Oh, miss number 2 from Ian Durant. Only inches away from that right-hand post. It was good build-up play along the edge of the area. Christophe Cocard teeing up the chance for Ian Durant, but just wide. Kilmarnock building again through the midfield, and the width of McPherson. Durant's cross, and who's there? Tries to flick it, looks to come off an arm this time. Abu swings it in. Good save from Robert Douglas. It was a fine strike from Samasi Abu, curling that towards the top corner. And Robert Douglas making a fine stop. Durant finds Cocard, who eventually makes an angle for the pass. There's Gary Holt. Beaten to it by Sharp, but holding him down, says the referee, and that gives Kilmarnock the free kick. Robert Douglas trying to organise his defenders. As Durant flights in the free kick. Good defensive header away. I think it was Lee Sharp who managed to get in there and get his head to that ball. He took a knock in the process. More defending to be done. Swung in by McKinley. Cleared away by Wilkie, only Spurs Dundee, and he hooks it over his shoulder and into the net. 56 minutes gone. Frederick Dundee on the score sheet for the first time since joining Kilmarnock. The ball broke to him kindly, and he'd only one thought to turn that behind him. Robert Douglas just couldn't get there, and that gives the Kilmarnock fans something to celebrate as the French national anthem gets a blast. McPherson encouraging his strikers to make the run forward. Now the midfield do. Here's Gary Holt getting round the outside of Sharp, teeing it up for Durant. In fact, it was Mitchell who fired it in. It was blocked away by Barry Smith. Once again, the Killie fans appeal that it came off an arm. Dundee making a change as well. It's number 22 who's going off. Graham Bain is the man going off, and on will come Eddie Annand. Here come Dundee. Faulkner opens it up for Annand. First chance to get involved in the game. Fires in the shot and scores! Eddie Annand, only on the field a matter of seconds, pulls one back for Dundee. He was well spotted with a pass. He was all on his own, 1-on-1 with Marshall, and he slotted it past him. That's the first goal that Gordon Marshall's conceded since returning to action 3 games ago. But it was a good delivery and finish by Eddie Annand. Wide for Smith. It's round the outside of McKinley, swings it in, away by Dindaloo. There's Gavin Ray, chipping it forward. Good cutback needed, good header! Grady has equalised for Dundee. Good positive play from the Dundee side. James Grady will be booked for his gesture towards the Kilmarnock fans. It was a good build-up from the right-hand side from Gavin Ray, bursting into the box. Good cut-back was required, and he delivered it. And there was a header from Grady. 2-2. Bobby Williamson not too pleased with the way things have developed now in this second half, after being 2-0 up. Pulled back level. Durant flights in the free kick, comes off the head of Stephen Tweed. Almost an own goal from the Dundee defender. Well, Stephen Tweed will thank his lucky stars that went the wrong side of the post. McPherson gets a header to it. Now Loughlin's under pressure, it's 2 against 2. Faulkner looking for Annand, can he finish? Good save, Gordon Marshall. Good play between the 2 Dundee strikers. Faulkner swung it over, Annand connected, but Gordon Marshall was brave. Well, there goes the final whistle, and it's a point apiece in the end here at Rugby Park. Kilmarnock 2, Dundee 2.
Goals, and we'll be talking about that during the course of the week. But yeah, I think we have done it.
This result today, in the way it happened, might just be the turning point for us. I mean, it's very few games this season that we came back after going behind. So, you know, doing that today when it looked as if we were dead and buried, especially as you say after the results we've had, might just be the wee break we need, and might just be the turning point.